Claude is a real game changer when used by small businesses because they designed it specifically with tools built just for this purpose. In this video, we'll talk about that, but it's a bit of a different video because the starting point is this. My wife and I got hooked on a game. We played it a lot together last weekend. We managed a supermarket there, and actually from that supermarket came the idea for this video. I wondered, could Claude manage this supermarket? Claude's small business package, could it actually handle the tasks of this supermarket? This idea came up and we built a video around it. In this video, we'll take the exact same supermarket from the game to see how one in America could be run. We'll see if we can handle all its needs with Claude, from accounting to stock, from finding customers to creating ad campaigns. We're going to test them all one by one. That way, we'll see if Claude's small business package works in the real world, if it's an effective method for a business. We'll find out. Now, let's get started right away. What is this Claude small business package? Anthropic introduced a feature called Claude for small businesses last May, a whole package. It's actually a series of connectors that allow small businesses to quickly access the tools they use, and it consists of these packages. It's made up of specific systems. But let me clarify one thing quickly. This isn't a package with an extra fee. It's designed as a helpful feature that you can conveniently use within your regular Claude subscription fee. And this is actually meant to make artificial intelligence even more accessible for small businesses, really helping them use it to compete more effectively with large firms. To create an AI workforce for themselves, we could call it a tool package designed for that. You can use this with your existing Pro or Max packages. This isn't an autonomous AI agent. It doesn't manage your business. It waits for your approval for certain tasks, but it's claimed to make many jobs easier. Because, as I said, it can handle accounting systems. It can do daily closings and stock tracking. It can generate social media content and share it. There's so much to talk about. Now first, we've come to Claude.ai. There's nothing here you can use for this. For this, you need to use Cowork. Claude Cowork, and it's in the Claude Cowork desktop app. So we're opening the desktop app, and you can access Cowork from here. And Cowork looks like this, as you can see. It has a workspace like this. Now, until July 5th, there's double usage. In Cowork, you can try it out. I'd say don't miss out. Now, with Cowork open here, we go to Settings. There are many features here like connectors, capabilities, and extensions. And here is the core work, as you can see. You can adjust many settings from here. The connectors are right here. When you click Customize, a section like this opens up. When you click Browse Plugins, there are many features here. As you can see, there are plugins. You can see them here in the Browse Plugins section. These include many features ranging from creativity and productivity to efficiency and finance. You can find them here. We're going to type it in. Small businesses. And you can see it right here. We'll click Install. The small business feature, you can see it like this. Now our small business package is installed. It's actually that simple. Right here, showing which skills are included, there are 31 skills and 11 connectors. These connectors link to QuickBooks. For accounting, it connects to PayPal. It connects to HubSpot. So you can schedule your social media management. You can create designs in Canva. You can create contracts with DocuSign. There's Slack, there's Stripe, there's Gmail, Google Calendar, and Drive. So it automatically connects to many things you'll need. There are many features here too. Now, what was our market? Mocha Market. We're going to automate Mocha Market with these features now. We've set it up, and now we'll see how it works in the real world. I mean, sure, it's cool. There are many features here. AI is managing a market, but let's see how it actually manages it. Now, a set of files has been opened here, explaining what Mocha Supermarket is. This is Mocha Supermarket. These are its rules. Always ask before sending. Never publish anything to social media without asking me. And always keep an eye on payments and so on. So our company profile is Mocha Supermarket. It's just your local neighborhood supermarket. It was founded in 2021. There are 2 stores right now, namely Mocha Downtown and Mocha Riverside. This is how we're providing the store profile. Folder instructions, business pulse. We've prepared everything here. First, we're explaining to Claude what Mocha is. Exactly. Why is this important? Because if Claude knows your business, it will work accordingly. That's why we need to use this. We put these in a folder, and now we'll go and open that folder in Claude Cowork. there's a work in a project option here. Working within a project is key because those files will stay there. When something is done, it'll be pulled directly from there, which is vital. There's something important here. Let me show you. You can configure the skills yourself here. You can edit them and tailor the skills to your specific business. This is very important. Or you can tell Claude, and Claude will set it up too. For example, how lead triage will function, how will the run campaign skill work, how will the tax preparation work. You can set this up however you want with your own information. This is one of the most important parts. Now let's get back to the project. Now, in a very simple way, I'll ask it to give me my daily sales brief because the company's information is here. It can see our sales figures now. I'll ask it to provide the daily sales info. Okay, I'm looking. It said I'm using a skill. Which skill is it using? You can see it here. Small business brief. Where is it getting this from? This data, by the way, is right here. We have a file about how much we sold in which store daily. Since we put it inside this folder, it's pulling it from there. Now it's here. Look at how things have actually changed. Why? Because when giving a brief, it doesn't just say, okay, I sold this. It says the Mocha Riverside store closed this week at 19,600. It says there's a 6% drop in sales compared to last week. So, since it's over 5%, it says this is a red flag. It says we need to be careful. No issue with the basket, meaning the number of items didn't drop, but traffic did. Fewer customers came. There were 703 transactions. Last week, there were 747. As you can see, it performed an analysis like this, based on the data. In the same way, it combined both. It looked at the average basket, Mocha Downtown sales and Riverside sales. It did the whole comparison. From 7 days ago, Sunday to Sunday. We finished this on the 14th. We said the 14th is Sunday. It's making the comparison by looking at the previous Sunday. So it's doing the weekly comparison. It's showing what was sold from the 8th to the 14th. We're up 3% in downtown. We're down 6% in Riverside. Why is the margin for everything like this? It asks. It actually gave us the sales analysis for the entire store. So think of it as if you have a manager, or like you're constantly getting consulting regarding accounting. It collects all the transactions. It analyzes everything. And it makes recommendations to us here. Priya Nair was the manager of Riverside. It says go ahead and ask her, what happened? Were there gaps in the stock? Or, what else could have happened? So it also makes suggestions. This is very important. In the summary here, you see how powerful it is. Even in this state, it seemed quite good to me. For the supermarket, Claude has started to be quite useful for now. Let's look at the others too. Now that we've warmed up, let's go a bit further. Let's look at cash flow, the weekly campaign, and make a 60-day forecast. Let's solve the cash flow, which is vital for the business, as many businesses don't get to look at it. It can't analyze at that level, it needs a professional, and that ends up being very expensive. Let's see how our Claude coworker is going to handle this task. But first, as I said, you need to provide this data correctly, and when you do, you can get these results. I'll leave a link below. From there, you can see how I prepare this Claude coworker, how I provide information, and the files I've prepared. You can also prepare it for yourself. Now we've come to a critical point. Here, the cash flow, which is very important. It provided the 60-day cash flow. It also made 1 week. Very critical, between the 17th and 24th, because it's looking at the past. Between the 17th and 24th, we've dropped 5,500 to 19,500. It says this part is dangerous. It looks at everything in other weeks and tells us the problematic point. And it does the whole analysis. Why? It says there was payroll. On the 15th, that's why the money dropped, it says. It says there was an insurance payment. It says we've restocked the drinks. And it says there were weekly things. There were payments, it says. That's why it says it was quite a lot. So it sees where your cash flow is, good, and where it's bad. Afterwards, it gives you a projection and supports you. So it's very valuable in that sense. It's like a consultant, but as I said, what are the other features? For example, can it send an email here regarding overdue emails and drafts? It prepared them. Can it do a weekly deal? It prepared it? Okay, we'll do it like this. Now I want to show you this. Your connectors are right here. What it can connect to, manage connectors, Canva, Gmail, Excel, it can connect to everything. QuickBooks, everything is here. Now it's already prepared with QuickBooks. But for example, let's do this. Draft your emails, draft them carefully, take your time. Now I'm saying in a very simple way, use our Gmail connector. Gmail is connected here. You can also connect it by opening your connector. There's also manage connectors here. From here, for example, Gmail, you can disconnect or connect. Claude guides you very easily on how to connect it. I'm saying use Gmail and create a draft for me. Now it'll connect and create an email. It can even send it if you want. As a rule, since we're doing a demo here, I asked it not to send. Then we'll also connect to Canva. So does it really connect? Can it really create things with these connections? Does it work like an employee? Because we're going to look at that. And here, we asked it to do something from Canva regarding weekly deals. It did the preliminary work here, and we liked it. Now we'll have it done through Canva. But first, let's look at the email. Does it really connect to the Gmail connector? Because being able to use tools and make these connections is what makes the difference. So it can analyze accounting data, but does it actually create anything? Does it connect for accounting? Let's say all three here. Let it do all of them. I asked which emails to draft in Gmail. I said all of them. Thirdly, these are the tools it uses. Or can it connect to HubSpot, create social media posts once, and then schedule them? These are very important. Now I'll show you both this. Let's look at the Gmail part and how it designs in Canva. Once it uses these, it uses the others too. But so far, it's working. Especially this cash flow part, as I said, was very important, because if you can't predict the cash flow, you won't know when goods arrive or when to restock, and you could end up in a tough spot. It looks at the past, analyzes it, finds patterns, and says, you might struggle on these days within 6 months, because that's how it was in the past. These things could happen again. It says to watch out for these areas. Now it's asking for permission. You can choose from here. By the way, if you select Act without asking, okay, it will do everything this way. And it's creating the draft emails. As you can see, it doesn't ask you every time, but my advice is let it ask. It's no problem at all, just to get it out faster. Now let's take a look. Here we are. Everything is here, as you can see. A quick little reminder. I hope everything is going well. There's a payment due for this invoice. It's been 2 weeks. So now it tracks payments too. It sends automatic emails or drafts them if you want. It can even send emails automatically. Now there's also this feature, okay? Now I said, let's make this a scheduled task. Check my overdue invoices every Monday and automatically draft them in Gmail. Then I'll send them out one by one. So once you give this task, Claude will set it up as a scheduled task for itself and check every Monday to see whose payment is overdue, like that. If there are 5 people, it'll put them there. If there are 50, it'll put them there. You don't have to think about this anymore. It's no longer a hassle. It turns into an automated system. This is one of the most important features. So again, we can say it works for Mocha Market. Now it's here. It asked to schedule it. I said, go ahead. Every Monday morning at 8 o'clock, it said created. As you can see, our created scheduled task is right here. And all the rules are listed here. How it'll work, what to do, where to look, everything is prepared here as you can see. This is one of the techniques you'll use the most. Now we've come to the next one. Use the Canva connector. Use the Canva connector, design a weekly discount promo, and give it to me. That's it. Now it's going to connect to Canva. The Canva we know, Claude will design using Canva. You can also schedule this or make it a draft. Your weekly sale items are already set. When they go on sale, Claude prepares the brochure in Canva, right in Canva. It emails it to you automatically, or you get the design and print it out. You can do anything. I mean, it really works. AI is truly by your side, helping you run your shop. Now, this cash flow was very important, but you need to request an analysis from accounting. Someone needs to handle these scheduled tasks, like sending invoices and following up. But now it sees everything, and even if you miss it, it doesn't. It also drafts emails. I'm putting them in drafts now, but it can send them too. So it's doing the job of a diligent employee. Now you'd usually need a social media manager and a designer. It can do those too. You can have it create social media posts, not just promos, through Canva. You can set a daily discount or other things, and by scheduling them and connecting to HubSpot, you do it once and it posts automatically every day. All of this can be set up, as I said. It's done. The pasta isn't quite visible here. Let's open it in Canva. I'm clicking Open Link. There we go. It really did a great job. As you can see, it's prepared beautifully. We can move this pasta a bit so the price is clear, or yeah, so the price shows. You can make tiny adjustments manually. It's very easy, but look how well it did. It really did a fantastic job. On sale at Mocha Riverside and Mocha Downtown stores. As you can see, it created a very nice design. And the reason for the danger zone on the print is because we made it like a flyer, so these parts might get cut off. It didn't even put the design there anyway. No problem at all. Similarly, there are many designs that you can use here. Let's see. Let's click open in Canva. It's made all of these as different designs. Nice. Very nice. What's this? This one's different. Opened it. Let's look at all four. It made 4 different designs for all our tasks. It did a pasta night. And everything's the same because the sales for the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th are here. I think it's great. You can have it corrected however you like. It dropped from this to this. It dropped from this to this. Okay. It can cross them out, but there are great designs, and you only said one thing. You can also shape these through conversation. As you can see, it does everything. It asks if it should do a social media version or one for Instagram. You can schedule this, have it done weekly, post automatically, or even manage ads. So the Claude Small Business Package, with its 32 built-in skills right here, it uses these skills in the background to complete whatever you need. And with its new connectors, as a package with these connectors, it actually does a lot, in my opinion. So it's quite powerful. I definitely recommend using it. You can customize it for small businesses. We've started setting this up for many small businesses in America, actually. There's demand for it because people want to use it. Think of it like this. You have a $20 employee at your disposal. It really is such a powerful system. So what it can do for $20 is very interesting. For $100, it can already do so much and finish many tasks for you. For a fraction of an employee's cost, you get efficiency you couldn't get from a human worker. So we're hiring Cloud Code for Mocha Market. It definitely passed the test. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.